Hey everyone, Derry up, John Llewellyn Davies, aka The Strategy Man, and welcome to this beautiful scene behind me. I have to say this is one of the most stunning things I've seen in a long time. And question for you today is presence. How present are you truly? This was a massive realization for me this year, and it's probably my biggest lesson of the year thus far, and the year is about to close. So I right now I'm having a bit of a moment with myself. So when I mean presence, I don't mean like Santa brings, that kind of present. I mean, are you present? Are you really truly there when you're meant to be there? Now this comes in many different guises. This comes for yourself. Are you present with your relationships? Are you present with your clients? Are you present with your staff? Anybody that you have interactions with which are important to you, are you truly present? Now, right now, I meditate. People call it different ways, especially when you're talking about yourself. People have reflection time, time out, meditation, whatever you want to call it. You know, this morning is one part of mine, and I found this beautiful place. We're in Pfeiffer National Park in California. Can you see that waterfall coming over the cliffs behind us into the ocean? It's just stunning. People who get to know me by now, you know I'm a nature guy, and I love to be out and about and doing adventures. So this is my time for myself. Now, I have put my hands up, right? I've been guilty of this over the last 2 months. I've just come out of a brutal couple of months. And I knew it was going to be that way. It's June and July. I looked forward and I looked at September and October and I just went, oh my God, that's nuts. And it was just some massive speaking opportunities which I couldn't turn down. And although I turned a lot down along the way, the opportunities just rolled through that period. So, and I lost presence. I lost presence with myself. And more importantly, I lost presence with my family. Now that's probably the big one for most of you out there. Certainly the big one for me is that presence with the dear ones closest to you. Now, I'm not talking about time. I'm talking about presence. Now, I think a lot of people are guilty that they don't have the time, particularly for entrepreneurs or business owners out there. It's like, are you spending the time? Now, me and my wife, we have date night every week. But we also have 3 hours every weekend where we bring the nanny in and we just go and do something together. Now that might be just a coffee, a simple walk, just a connection. And when we lose that for a period of time, we start to lose our relationship. And it's super important to us. And over the last couple of months, my wife's a doctor, she went through a busy period and I was going through my busy period and we lost that. We really did lose our connection. And it was a tough couple of months, it really was. And now I know why I build the businesses I do. Now I know why I take the time I do out and make sure I do it, because it's destructive otherwise. Now, I'm the strategy man, so I kind of figured that out in advance. Now we knew, both my wife and myself, we knew it was going to be a brutal couple of months. So we scheduled in time the weekend after the craziness stopped. And that we went away literally 3 days without the kids. For those who don't know me, I have 3 beautiful daughters. We went away without the kids for a weekend and we reconnected because we needed that deeper time to connect after 2 months of disconnection. So the question I've got for you is, are you really connected? First of all, you've got to get the time, right? You've got to have the time, you've got to allocate the time, you've got to work out what special time is. I have special time scheduled for all of my children, so all 3 of my children each has their own moment of special time, and it's beautiful to watch. You know, the youngest one still doesn't know what's going on, but the other 2, they crave it, and they didn't have it for a few weeks because I was away a lot, and my eldest was just going, Daddy, when's my special time? Daddy, why aren't you doing special time with me? So it's just super important stuff that you get the time scheduled in, right, for the important. And don't give me any bullshit excuses that, oh, I don't have the time for it, I'm too busy. Love is what's going to magnify anything in your life. So we've got to make time for it. But the next thing is are you present when you're there in the time? And that's the big, I think we've lost such presence these days on the mobile phones. You know, so you're there, I see people at restaurants and they're kind of there together, they're in a beautiful, you know, finally found the time for each other, and yet they're on this phone doing this. Or you're there, but you're not there in your mind. You're thinking about work, you're thinking about business, you're not fully present. And I think if there's one gift you can give yourself, one gift you can give all those loved ones around you, it's the gift of time and full presence. I realized I was doing it for my clients. So when I'm with my clients, I am 100% present. I am there with them, like probably more than 100%. But then I was so shot to pieces energy-wise that I didn't have the full presence when I got home with my children and my family and my wife and my friends. So you've got to get this right. This is, for me, this is the biggest lesson of this year, is the presence piece, okay? So go and have a think. Where can you get more present in life? What are you going to commit to? What's the bits, what time can you allocate for the people that's important around you, including yourself? And how and when and where will you get super present? It's the greatest gift you can give yourself. It's the greatest gift you can give others. And if you can get this right, it'll charge you and inspire you in ways you just can't even imagine. So there you go. Take one last look at this beautiful view. I'm going to go and take some time with myself right now. And it's time for dairy time. Take care. See you on the other side.